Hey doing everyone, welcome back. Well, I tell you what, I'm just kind of in one of those moods tonight where, you've already seen the video about the school shootings, I'm sure. If you haven't, go check that one out. This one, the whole Donald Trump Arlington Cemetery thing, it's not going away, and I just got into a conversation with someone about that today, and it didn't go very well, shall we say. Um, you know, I I am really not a big fan of making excuses for anything and everything that somebody does. Anything he does, they make excuses for it. Well, the family invited him there. Okay, well, that doesn't give him the right to make a campaign ad at Arlington. That's not allowed. It's not allowed. Whether they were invited, whether he was invited there or not, irrelevant. He has no right to make that campaign ad. If he had just gone, even if he made a show of going, because he has to make a show of everything. Even if that's all it was, is he just shows up, gets his picture taken with the family at the gravesite, which, by the way, was a rather disrespectful picture, thumbs up, big smile, standing over somebody's grave. Yeah. Yeah. Real respectful, isn't it? This from a guy who said that he could have been a great soldier, and yet, when he had his opportunity, he didn't go. He didn't go. Draft dodging coward. And just the fact that he dodged the draft, that alone, fine, whatever. A lot of people did that. I mean, Bill Clinton did that too. And Joe Biden, he got out of going. But you know what? I've never heard Joe Biden disparage our military. I've never heard him say a damn word negative about our military. I've never heard him call them suckers. I've never heard him call them losers. I have never heard them say, well, I only like people who didn't get captured. We've heard that from Trump, haven't we? I've never seen Biden make a campaign ad at a national cemetery, let alone Arlington. Arlington is as close as we have to holy ground in this country. Maybe I shouldn't put it quite on that level because it's not holy ground, but it is sacred. It is hallowed ground. It's not there for your campaign ads. It's not there for you to make a spectacle. It's not there for your staff to start a fight with the staff with cemetery personnel when they point out that, hey, you know what? We don't allow recording here. We don't allow political activity here. And then you want to say, well, yeah, but that person didn't bring charges, therefore it didn't happen. No, you know why they didn't bring charges? Because Trump's people have a history of doxing and making death threats. Maybe that person just didn't want their name out there in the public like that. Can you blame them? When the Army actually comes out and makes a statement, the Army is not political. Absolutely not. And you want to disparage our military, speaking of which, and yes, I'm going off on a tangent there. We have a woke military. And you know what? They're not worried about winning wars. They're worried about sensitivity training and all that. Yeah, well, you know what? First of all, we still have the baddest military that the world has ever seen. Nobody could take us. Nobody. You want to disparage our military. People who never served. You wouldn't last 10 minutes. You want to get on walls for retiring after 24 years. When did you serve? Oh, I didn't. Well, then shut the hell up. Seriously, shut up. So yeah, I'm in one of those moods tonight. Don't try to tell me that this guy's out there looking out for veterans when he disgraces Arlington. Don't tell me he's looking out for veterans. Don't tell me that his party is looking out for veterans when they vote against the PACT Act for those of us who were exposed to burn pits. Now, was I exposed to burn pits? Yes, but not to the extent as a lot of other people. Not nearly to the same extent. Some people have major health issues because of that. I had some exposure, but it wasn't as prolonged as others. Don't tell me you respect the military and our veterans while at the same time saying that they're woke and they're weak. First of all, woke is not a bad thing. And second of all, weak? Weak? Be a hell of a lot weaker if you had actually enlisted. There's a reason that people like you couldn't make it. You don't have what it takes. So you denigrate those who do. I like people who weren't captured. Mocking George H.W. Bush because he got shot down. Yeah. You really love the military, don't you? You really love our veterans and respect our veterans. You want to privatize the VA. You take credit for the VA Choice Act, which, all right, fair enough. He expanded it, but he did not enact it. Stop telling lies. If you want to say you expanded it, fine. Say that. Don't say that you came up with it, that you created it. Liar. You know, a guy who says, well, I know more than the generals. Do you? Meanwhile, you take on General Mattis as your Secretary of Defense, and then when he stands up to you and tells you you're wrong, you say he was a failed general. Was he? Mattis was a badass. Still is. You said that about anybody you don't like. Well, they failed. Meanwhile, I only hire the best people. And then you turn around and, oh, well, they were never good to begin with. Well, then why'd you hire them if you only hire the best? Maybe that says something about you and not about them. So yeah, like I said, I'm in one of those moods. Angry that kids are getting shot up in schools. I'm angry that our veterans are being disgraced and disrespected. You know, and it's not even me. You know, I don't even care about disrespecting me as a veteran. No. It's those who didn't come back. Those who came back in boxes. Those that came back with a flag over top of them. Don't disrespect them. Don't disrespect them. So yeah, like I said, I'm in one of those moods. And you know what? I'm just going to call it here. I'll see you next time.